you have this little group called Brics. It's fading out fast, but Brics is, they wanted to try and take over the dollar, the dominance of the dollar, and the standard of the dollar. And I said, anybody that's in the Brics consortium of nations, we're going to tariff you 10%. And they had a meeting the following day, and almost nobody showed up. They said, leave me alone. They didn't want to be tariffed, did they, Howard? So it's amazing. No, we're not going to let the dollar slide. If we have a smart president, you're never going to let the dollar slide. If you have a dummy, that could happen. Like the last one, he would, if you ever asked him about the dollar.
Well, Donald Trump sees Brics as a threat to U.S. hegemony. He's not happy about the rise of colonial powers, the global South. He believes that the United States has to be in control of the world. Otherwise, it won't be good for the United States. And he's been escalating his rhetoric against Brics for some time now. And in 2024, he started framing it as a direct threat to U.S. economic dominance, calling it a hostile economic bloc designed to undermine the U.S. dollar and threatening 100% tariffs. The past 6 months, those threats have intensified. Especially in July, he vowed to put an additional 10% above all other tariffs against any nation who aligned themselves with Brics. And then after he put 25% on India, he then said, well, I'm going to go after you for buying Russian oil, and just wait, I'm also going to come after you for Brics. So he's also threatened secondary sanctions on any country that does business with the China-led financial system like the Brics, the bridge, or the New Development Bank. Well, it's more than just threats. If you start looking what's been happening recently, India's been resisting U.S. pressure. While it maintains strategic ties with the West, it has, been facing some issues. There was allegations of election interference during the latest general election. After Modi's 2024 reelection, EU officials suggested, quote, irregularities, unquote. That was not received well by India, Bangladesh, and the regional influence question. The U.S. has criticized India, and there was strong suggestion that there were groups allied with the U.S. directly and indirectly who were behind that color revolution. He also made disparaging remarks against India, calling it authoritarian. The Indians have dismissed these remarks as hypocritical, but then you have this energy deal with Pakistan in Balochistan, which is a very, very sensitive area, and not one where India is interested in having a U.S. armed presence there, guaranteeing the safety of that area. So it really is going from bad to worse. And then the claims about Donald Trump, which he's repeated 30 times, that he settled the India-Pakistan conflict using trade. This is completely rejected by the Indian government. In fact, one foreign ministry denied it, calling it, quote, delusional, unquote. Well, there's two parts to this. Brics would not be a threat if the U.S. wasn't weaponizing, the U.S. dollar, if it wasn't putting pressure on countries to, in essence, give the U.S. their lunch money. The United States is the richest, most powerful nation on earth. It seems a little absurd that it's putting unilateral tariffs on the rest of the world, insisting somehow that the U.S. has been cheated. It's by weaponizing the trade dollar, by putting this economic pressure, by interfering in the affairs of sovereign nations. Yes, unsurprisingly, groups of countries are banding together and figuring out how they can balance this. And no one wants their country run from Washington. And that is going to continue. And it's Trump's actions which are exacerbating the problem. And he, unfortunately, doesn't seem to see it. He's completely blind when it comes to the ramifications of his actions.